going to go over how to make a pamphlet book. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is make sure that you fold your paper and that you fold it well. You can do a couple sheets at a time. Just make sure that your paper is nice and lined up. And then you want to match your corners, fold it, crease it, and then you can take your bone folder and make that crease even nicer. Once you have all of your pages folded, you're going to nest them inside of each other. So that means that you're just going to stack them inside. So that way they look like this. They should not be individual pages, so we're not taking them out and laying them on top of each other. Make sure you nest them inside one another. Once that step is done, the next step is to punch your holes using an awl. So we have two different kinds. There's one that looks kind of like a screwdriver, and then this is another one. But you're gonna punch 3 holes. So one's gonna go in the center, and again, you wanna make sure everything's lined up before you do this. And you want it to go through the crease right here. And then you're just gonna tap a little bit with the awl till it goes through, making sure that you have a mat underneath you. And if it doesn't go through, you can tap it some more, or you can gently and carefully poke it through the side. And it just needs to pierce the back a little bit. Okay. Keeping everything in line, we're gonna go ahead and do this one. And we're gonna do one down here. And so each of the ones on the top and the bottom are both about 1 inch from the end. Okay, the next step is to sew. So you're gonna wanna make sure that you have your needle threaded. You can tie the end of it if you want. You don't have to, but just make sure that the tails stay even. They stay the same amount. To sew, we're gonna we're gonna start on the inside of the middle hole, put our needle through, pull it, and then you wanna leave about 3-4 inches. You can hold it with your thumb so that way it doesn't get pulled out. Once we've gone from the inside out, then we're gonna proceed to the top. When we're making books, we call the top of the book the head of the book. And we're gonna go from the outside in. Pull your needle. And you want your string to be flush against the book. So you don't want a gap, you wanna make sure that it's flush. You can pull on that, but not so tight that it pulls it out. All right, next step would be to go to the tail. So we're skipping the middle, going all the way to the end, from the inside out. Holding onto that and pulling it again so that the string is flush. And then our final would be to go back to the middle from the outside in this time. Sometimes it's a little stiff getting through. Okay, so before you finish it, you want to make sure that you have one string on one side and one on the other. If when you pull this through, they're both on the same side, you just need to make sure that that needle makes it underneath to the other side. When you tie your knot, you want your knot to go over the middle string. So you're gonna tie 2 knots, and you want that to go all the way down. And then you can clip off your excess here. I would leave a little bit extra just in case you have to retie something later, but you shouldn't. So that's it. That's your book.